You see, in the last 40 years of its journey, BSE has created a very strong equity culture, especially for salaried people like me. Even 40 years, 40, 50, I'm working for last 48 years. There was a time when it was very difficult and very complicated for any common man to invest, and especially people living in small places in rural area and small villages and all. It was unthinkable, and the only avenue were the normal government's product like PPF or fixed deposit and all. But once equity culture has been created, I can tell you with lot of confidence that there will not be a single salaried person in this country today, and I think it comes in huge amount, who is not involved with equity culture, because equity gives you an avenue where you know what you are doing and what sort of return you get. And I am not talking of normal punting on the share market. I am talking of real investors, small time investors who have gained immensely by BSE's creating this platform. With this platform, they are in a position to transact business. Whatever small little amount is there, they can invest. And then in between, sometimes in 90s, 95 to let us say 2005, there was a time when every single fellow, even in remotest of village, and I am talking of my own village in Rajasthan, where we don't have even communication facilities, there were people who were very much aware of what is happening in stock market, and all this is thanks to BSE. So BSE has created a separate class of investors, and who are not speculators, I must tell you, because they are sitting in remote places and they have got their lifetime saving invested, and BSE has been a facilitator for that. It's a tremendous improvement. It's a tremendous improvement, I must tell you, even though BSE is 140 years old. See, there was a time when again people concentrated in big cities, basically metros, were only involved, and that to a particular different society of people who were involved in this thing. Once last 40-50 years, BSE has brought in so many changes, and particularly so in last 20 years, after demat has taken place, and it's already anytime anybody sitting at home can do his direct dealing through some bank or through this thing, which is happening. It has completely changed the scenario of investing in equity. So this new technological development brought in by BSE has made life so comfortable, so easy for an investor. So I can only tell you from a layman point of view. I am not talking of company. Companies, had been doing it, and they have got technical people employed who had been handling it. Not today. Even from the beginning of BSE, share culture was started, and there are a number of companies, even my own group companies, shares were distributed and money was shared. But in last 25-30 years, the tremendous improvement which has taken place in working of BSE and the ease which they have created for the common investor is fantastic.